Hello, beautiful souls. Today, I'd like to take you on a little Lemurian remembrance. This is a space within us and in the unified field that holds keys of joy and innocence and purity and play. The Lemurian frequency is one where our innate oneness is remembered and embodied. The Lemurian frequency is one where sound, frequency, vibration, and energy are known as the truth that underpins and informs material reality. I want to invite you to tune in to the Koshi bell as I speak, because I feel that the Koshi bell is one of the instruments that truly transports us through its purity, through its resonance, to a different dimension of experience. It awakens and enlivens something within us that is innocent, that is playful, that is curious. And for me, sound in general, but the Koshi bell specifically, has been a real gateway and bridge into the Lemurian remembrance at a personal level. I've been moving through a very profound awakening of the Lemurian frequency over the last year, specifically, I would say. This started in the summer of last year, August 2023, or the end of July 2023, when my experience started to really deepen in the heart space. And I started to experience this profound heart opening, where the wellspring of love was erupting through the heart space. And with it came a joy, a sense of play, a sense of innocence that I felt severed up from for so long. And my experience of deepening in the Lemurian frequency has been accompanied very much by mycelium, the mushroom network, the sacred carriers of oneness wisdom on earth. And I had a profound journey last October where I was taken into the Lemurian frequency, which was a watery world. It was a watery world where I was immersed in the ocean of oneness. And I actually made a video fairly soon after that experience where I felt the deep pain of the severing from that knowing. I'll put a link to it here because that was very informed by that experience and the Lemurian remembrance. And during that journey, I was encountering whale spirits and the great cosmic mother whale that birthed all creation in this particular journey. And I felt how Water is the nearest expression we have on earth right now for oneness. It is one single body, one unified field that joins all of life across all of earth. And in water, we see how a single ripple impacts the whole, how that ripple is felt throughout the entire body of water. And the same is true of the unified field of life, the web of life of which we're all a part. And I feel that that's very central to the Lemurian teachings, that this is a unified field, that our individual expression of that oneness is felt by the field, it's heard by the field, it's remembered, it's responded to. And beyond all of the layers that we hold around our hearts of anger and frustration and fear, beyond all of these denser layers that we struggle to move through and meet with compassion, there is just love in this heart. A wellspring of love, a sun of love even, that burns, and it burns with such radiance and joy and innocence and purity. And I feel that the Lemurian frequency really points to that wellspring. It's the frequency that helps us to remember and embody that wellspring, because that consciousness was so innately linked to that wellspring of love. Now there's some contention over whether Lemuria was a physical location, an ancient civilization many thousands of years ago, or whether it is a state of consciousness. I believe both, personally. Having recently traveled to New Zealand for the first time, New Zealand is speculated to have been where Lemuria, the original Lemurian civilization was. And I feel, having connected with that land, the codes of wisdom that are carried in the waters there, on the land there. It's a very primal, but almost in a kind of the organic remembrance of life on earth before the distorted matrix took hold. It's like the land carries those codes, the water carries those codes of an innocent time, of a time when there was a high civilization and a high society that remembered, which I believe was actually far more advanced than what we're experiencing right now, advanced in a very different way. And so, as my process has deepened with this remembrance, I'm starting to also see and experience that many others are moving through a Lemurian remembrance at this time. And it's no coincidence, because that medicine is so needed for life on earth now. A remembrance of truth that we've been divorced from. We've been divorced from the remembrance that spirit and matter are one, that the human and the divine are married. And we've become so engrossed in material reality that we've forgotten the subtle magic that fuels all creation, that weaves all of this into being, all that we see and experience with our sensory reality. And a profound gateway for me, as I mentioned before, has been sound. And I'm currently undertaking a sound ceremonialist course. And as I do deepen into this remembrance of how sound and vibration is a medicine that unlocks deep knowing within us of our oneness. It is a bridge connecting the physical, you know, and the sound that's made through the throat, through the larynx, through the vocal cords, through the biological presentation and avatar. There is a remembrance of the vibrational, subtle dimension of experience. And that is almost like a bridge that takes us into, or can take us into, another dimension of reality. It weaves matter and spirit. And I feel that the Koshi bell is one instrument that I've recently invested. This is my first one of 4. Tierra, earth. The Koshi bell is such a beautiful pointer to that innocence, that magic that we remembered as children, that we've been severed from, having been so inundated with programming from the fear-based matrix. And so my intention for you today is that just bathing in this sound and what I'm saying, that you too on some level remember, that you remember the Lemurian frequency, that all life is as one, that love is the way, that this experience is infused with unlimited potential and possibility. If only we open to that knowing. For me, the Lemurian frequency is so connected to the throat center. When I experience and see psychically the energy of Lemuria, I see pale and pastel blues and purples and pinks and turquoise and silvers and golds and white. I see this soft and gentle, magical realm, and there's water in that realm. There's a watery, fluid nature which is also so linked to the sacral center. And that sacral throat connection, I feel, is very innate to the Lemurian frequency. The sacral being the seat of play and sensuality. The water element governs it. And the throat center being the center of self-expression. And how often when we're disconnected to our play and our sensuality, we feel unable to express authentically. And so that is also why light language, or some refer to it as tongues, is such a powerful expression. It's a soul expression, just another one. One that I believe is innate to all of us, that is slowly starting to burgeon as another technology, as another form of expression and communication, one that transcends linear thought and language as we know it on earth, which has been a construct of the mind. Light language pours forth from a purer place within us. And I believe that it is also a very vital bridge at this time between the spiritual and the physical. Awakening that which has been dormant within us. That which is transcendent of the material world, that we can feel locked out of in the very dense nature of the fear-based matrix. And so I invite you now to sit back, to take a deep breath in through your nose, to move an audible exhale through the body and mouth, and to come to rest in the seat of your heart. And allow yourself to descend with every exhale deeper and deeper into the heart space, as though you are beginning to melt into the depths of the great ocean, uncharted, mystical. And the deeper you go into your heart space, the more ancient the sense, the energy, the more holy, the more sacred, the closer you are to truth, to something truly divine. I invite you to summon the light of your heart to guide you home as I share this light language transmission to help awaken dormant remembrance, to help awaken dormant frequencies of remembrance, to reconnect you to the Lemurian plane, to reconnect you to the wisdom of the One. All life as sacred, all expressions as sacred, all of life connected innately, always. Niarando soroko sondo koroyotona, sheraka sondaryetana, jaraka sondo koroyotona, jaraka sanda itasana, yoronoya itasa, ikanaya tikerando so. Nerano, 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 nerano. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to simply rest, to surrender, to open to the knowing that emerges when you connect with the heart. Diranno sokuyotona, the knowing of your innate innocence, of your purity, of your divinity, of your light, of your joy, of your play, of the magic that is possible in all moments, the language of miracles, remembering the field of infinite potential, birthed from the subtle realms of spirit. Nirana sakundo koya yiana karnosa jeraya tekani elakara doromoko zonoro mokoshana zarahina yitakarana jorra makasana doromoko shoya tokona jerama sundo rokosoya jerra makashuno Iana ira nera era na ya tera na tera na tera na. Tanana sono shokoro kosoto kurumuko sandeya deranayeta nayete kasasha kundokoro mukana dera makashanda karayita sana dera makashara kisana yalakana doro mokoshoto sono dera makasali itakrana doro mokosoyo tukunaya jera manayitana Allowing yourself to remember a way of life, a way of being that is so innate to your soul, that transcends the limitations of what you believe to be true and possible, and simply rest in the knowing, land in the knowing, beyond all thinking. The land of Lemuria, the frequency of Lemuria, the remembrance of the One is far beyond the reaches of the mind, can only be directly experienced. And the portal to that direct experience is your heart. Let your heart take you there. Sink deeply into the depths of the heart, like the boundless ocean. Let it carry you there effortlessly. Surrender yourself to the heart. And let yourself bathe in the light of love, in the remembrance of all things as love, all things infused by love, created from love. This is our true and deep desire as beings, I feel, to remember what we've forgotten, that beyond all of these inorganic expressions, these inversions, these fear-based ways, there is love. And that love is waiting for our return, like a sun that always burns, waiting for the clouds and smog of forgetfulness to pass, so that the light of love can shine through us once more. It is this remembrance, this reclamation that will change life on earth. And Lemuria, this ancient land, this ancient frequency, is arising within collective consciousness again for us to remember a different way, a purer way, a way that remembered the oneness of all things, of all life. It's time to remember. It's time to remember. It's time to remember. Niando sorom akana shana ita sharahana jundu koromana nianda reta tandu soroma jendahana elahamara dora moshotokona jerahamar jotokusona shena shokoromukusana teramana sakia tokusona tiramakasana liatokoromo. May our remembrance of oneness serve all life on earth and beyond. May we move from love, from peace, from truth, from light, from joy, from creation, from play. May we reclaim what is our birthright, to heal all life, to temper the dark, and to restore balance to the all. Darando sonyotona sherakanasa shanakasa. I invite you to take 3 breaths through the center of the heart. And as you do, feeling the gates of the heart open, light expanding through the heart center. And as you exhale, coming to rest here. Again, a nice deep breath through the heart center. Opening your light, burgeoning. One more inhale here. Maybe an audible exhale to release. I invite you to stay here for as long as feels good for you. Allow yourself to journey into the heart for as long as you're able. Knowing that there are many bridges available to you at this time to reignite your own divine remembrance. Let yourself explore these bridges. Sound is such an accessible bridge for all of us. We have a voice. Let your voice guide the process. Let your voice open and unlock dormant keys within you, whether it's just through toning, heart. On your exhale, allow audible sound vibrating at the heart center to move through you. Allow that to be a bridge that unlocks your channel, your remembrance of the all. Whether it's through instruments, whether it's through light language or frequencies available on these platforms, whether it's through the sound of nature's chorus, whether it's through a sound immersion, or whether it's through the remembrance of vibration and frequency in other ways. Let your material reality be a portal into deeper remembrance, to the subtle. The severing is not the truth. The all is the truth. And our souls are summoning us at this time to remember that this is not the entirety of truth, and that we can access that truth right now if we choose to. That we do not need to live in a severed way, material and spiritual as separate things. They are as one. There is nothing wrong. All is perfect. It's time to remember right here, right now, where we are. I'm sending you so much love, a bounty of blessings, a bounty of abundance, a bounty of joy, a bounty of remembrance and clarity and truth on your journey. Namaste, dear friends, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next transmission.